Hey, sports fans. This is Robert with WTP Sports News. I wanted to jump on and talk some NFL. Now, we all know that this is week two of preseason, and I'm excited to see what other teams are going to do this weekend. We had games Thursday. I think there's a game today, and then there's going to be more games on Saturday and Sunday. So, anyway, what I wanted to talk about today about the NFL is what I think the AFC conference divisions are going to look like, what their records are going to be head to head. So, what their division record is going to be head to head, playing each other. As we all know, in the NFL, they have 8 divisions, 2 conferences, and they got 4 teams in each division. So the first division I want to talk about, and even though this division has the Super Bowl champs, and I think it's probably the best team in the NFL because they got Patrick Mahomes, I also believe this is probably the weakest division in the AFC. So today I want to talk about the AFC conference. So the first division I want to talk about is the AFC West, with your Denver Broncos, your Kansas City Chiefs, your Las Vegas Raiders, and your LA Chargers. Now, I think this is probably the weakest division in the AFC. And I believe that the Chiefs are going to win this division and go 6-0. I don't think any of those teams are going to be able to beat Kansas City un- unless they play Kansas City the last game of the season and Kansas City decides to rest all of their players because they already have the final seed that they're going to have in the playoffs. That's the only way I think that one of these teams can win a game against Kansas City. But I'm picking Kansas City to go 6-0 in this division, followed by the Raiders going 3-3, which, I mean, they probably won't even win 3 games, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're gonna go 3-3, followed by the Chargers, who I believe is gonna go 2-4, and then I think to round it out is gonna be the Denver Broncos going 1-5. So I got the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, and then the Broncos. The next division I want to talk about, and I think it's probably the second weakest in the conference, but I think it's the has the most uh, equally matched teams in the AFC. The most parity is the AFC South with the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans. I believe this conference has the most parity, meaning their teams are more equally matched than probably any of the other conferences. And I really do believe that all these teams are going to go 3-3. Can you believe it? 3-3. I believe all of them are going to go 3-3, and they're going to win one, lose one against each opponent, which is probably going to be what's going to happen. I think they're going to go 3-3, which we'll have to wait and see. But I really think that they're just so evenly paired that that's the way it's going to go. The next conference I want to talk about is the AFC North, with your Baltimore Ravens, your Cincinnati Bengals, your Cleveland Browns, and your Pittsburgh Steelers. I really believe that the Baltimore Ravens is the best team in this division, and I think they're going to go 5-1. I don't know which one of those teams are going to be the lucky one that's going to beat the Ravens, but it's probably going to be, like I said earlier, with Kansas City. They already got their seeding in the playoffs. They're going to play one of their division opponents. And I haven't looked at their schedule. I'm just going off of what I think. And I believe they're going to probably rest their players and end up losing that game to one of their division foes just because they already got their place and their seeding in the playoffs. And they're going to rest their guys and lose that game. But I got them going 5-1, followed by the Bengals, that I believe is going to go 3-3. And then I think Pittsburgh and Cleveland are both going to go 2-4 in the division. So for all my Browns fans, I love y'all, but I think you're going to go 2-4. For all my Steeler fans, I love you, but I think you're going to go 2-4 in your division. And this is one of those divisions where um, if you're at home, you win. Like if you're Cincinnati, Cleveland, or Pittsburgh, when you're at home, you win, but when you're on the road, you end up losing. And all of those teams, they play in certain kind of elements that are similar. So nobody really has a real home field advantage other than their fans. And I think that that's usually how it breaks down in that division. If you're at home, you got a good chance of winning that game whenever any of those three opponents face each other: Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. So, last conference I want to talk about is the AFC East, which I think has two of the better teams in this conference in the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I really think that those two teams, really because of quarterback play, though, they have solid quarterback play and they got enough talent around those quarterbacks to win games. And I think that both of those teams, Buffalo and the Dolphins, are going to beat the Patriots twice, and I believe they're going to beat the Jets twice. Even though Aaron Rodgers is going to be back, I don't believe they're going to beat the Dolphins or the Bills in the two matchups that they're going to have. And I got the Bills going 5-1. I got the Dolphins going 5-1. I got the Patriots going 0-6. And I got the Jets going 2-4. The only wins the Jets I think are going to get in this division is against the Patriots. And then I think that the Bills and the Dolphins are both going to split their games against each other. I don't think neither one of them is going to go undefeated, but I think they're going to split those games. So that's my prediction for the AFC conference, what their divisional records are going to be. Please, in the comments, tell me what you think. I know you Steeler fans, when y'all watch this, and you Cleveland Browns fans, when you watch this, I know you're going to say that you're going to have a better record than 2-4. But in the comments, let me know what you think your record is going to be. It's just my opinion. I mean, it ain't no facts to it. I don't have anything to support what I'm saying. I'm just thinking what I think is probably going to happen based on the rosters that they have and the fact that the quarterback play can be a little suspect for those two teams. And the teams that I don't have winning a lot of games in all of these divisions is because of shaky quarterback play. I really don't know what your quarterback play is going to be like. And the teams that I got winning games is the teams that I know got good quarterback play. The Buffalo Bills, they get good quarterback play. The Dolphins, they get good quarterback play. The Chiefs, I mean, that goes without saying. They got Patrick Mahomes. They get good quarterback play. The Ravens, they get good quarterback play. You know, they get good quarterback play. And the Bengals, I think that if they can get their defense together and they can get that offensive line together and keep Joe Burrow upright, they can get good quarterback play. But it just depends on if they can protect that man. If they can't protect him, then he can't give you what he got in his arsenal if you can't protect him. And that's my only knock on them because they can get good quarterback play if they can keep him upright. And I'm talking about them Cincinnati Bengals. So I think the Texans, I want to see if CJ Stroud can do what he did last year. He balled out last year. But guess what, CJ Stroud? No, you ain't sneaking up on nobody this year, buddy. You are not sneaking up on anybody. You've already shown what you can do. So teams are going to be ready for you, and you might not be able to get that stuff off this year like you did last year. But we're going to see. But I think they can get solid quarterback play out of him if he can still maintain his composure and do the things he was able to do with his feet. Not that he's a runner, but he can extend some plays sometimes, and he can throw off all these different platforms, which I think is very, very helpful for quarterbacks when you can throw off of different platforms. And I think the only other team in that division that I think has solid quarterback play is the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. And then sometimes he can be even a little shaky sometimes too, going into I think his fourth season this year. I believe is his fourth season, fourth or fifth. They should be getting phenomenal quarterback play out of him by this point, if he is as good as he was advertised as being when he came out of college. So if they can get good quarterback play out of him, I think that they could be a solid team. And we still got to wait and see what Will Levis is going to do for my Titans, and we got to still wait and see what Anthony Richardson is going to do for them Colts. Those guys just haven't had a chance to see what they can do yet. So hopefully this year they can do some stuff against the teams that's outside of their division to put their team in position to win that division. But I really do believe that the teams that got the best quarterbacks are the ones that are going to be winning these games. And I mean, that's easy to say because we already know that that's how it goes in any football game. If you got a good quarterback, you always got a chance of winning. So I wanted to share my thoughts with you about the AFC divisions and what I think their records are going to be within their division. Not their total record, but their record within their division. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and for listening to our videos. Please remember to subscribe. Please share our videos with your friends and family. And please ask them to subscribe and support us so that we can continue to put out more and more content. We appreciate all of you for taking time out of your day to watch our videos. Please remember to hit the like button. Also, hit the bell so that you can get notifications anytime we post a new video. I want to thank our sponsors, KT Good Eats. I want to thank St. Stephen's Community House. I want to thank Social Nutrition. And I also want to thank the Chief Sportswear and Apparel for your sponsorship. And I thank you all for tuning in and listening to us again. And since I'm talking NFL, I'm just going to say, tighten up.